Okay, so if you think you got a hang of this, I would pause this video and try problems 16 through 22 and then push play when you're ready to check yours. Okay, so question 16 says to find f of negative 3. So remember the f means we're using this function. And then we're going to replace the x with negative 3. So replacing the x with negative 3. And then we're going to use PEMDAS, order of operations. Parentheses first are grouping, but there was none to begin with here. Exponents next. So this is negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. And then I could either put a dot and bring down the negative 3 or leave it in parentheses for multiplication here, your choice. Okay, then next in order of operations is multiplication. So we have multiplication here, negative 3 times 9, and multiplication here, negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Okay, and then we have negative 27 plus 15 plus 2. So we get negative 10. So negative 10 is our answer. Okay, so if we take a look at the next problem, it says to find x. So if we're trying to find x, then the number we're given should not be plugged in for x. So it says g of x, so that's how we know we're using this one. 1.5x plus 4.5. Okay, so it says to find x. That means we have to figure out what x is when g of x, it says, is 9. So we're putting 9 here. Okay. Okay, so to get the x by itself, we're going to go ahead and subtract 4.5 from both sides. 9 plus a negative 45 is 4.5. And then lastly, to get x by itself, we're going to divide by 1.5. So then we have 4.5 divided by 1.5, and we get 3. All right, next one says find x. So if we're finding x, this number is not going in for the x spot. So it says j of x, so we have to use the correct function. So j of x equals 3x minus 6. So it's saying if j of x, so if this is 0, find what x value would make the function equal 0. So we're going to go ahead and add 6 to both sides. And then we would get 2 for x. Okay, then 19 through 22, we're going to use the graph here of f of x. So it says f of negative 3. So instead of x, it's telling us to go to negative 3, so right here. And it wants to know the output. At this point here, the output is negative 2. Then it says find all x. So if it says find x, this number has to be y. So we're going to go to the y-axis and go to 1, so right here. And it wants to know what x values have a y of 1. So this one does. So this is the origin right here. So x is 0 here. And right here, this has a y of 1 as well. So this is 3. So when x is 0, it has a y of 1. And when x is 3, it has a y of 1. Okay, next it asks us to find f of 2. So instead of x, we're going to go to 2 on the x-axis here. And it wants to know what y is. So that would be 3, or the output. Then it says find all x. So if they're asking us to find x, then this is the y. So we go to the y-axis and we go to 3, so right here. And that would be when x is 2. Okay, and then lastly, it asks whether f of x is a function. So remember, to be a function, every x can only have one y. So if I draw a vertical line anywhere, it can only touch the graph once. So no matter where I draw a vertical line, it only touches once. So yes, it is a function.